Welcome to Jasper High School. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats back at home in a conference matchup against the Evansville North Huskies. The Wildcats are 1-9 against the Huskies, who stand at 5-6. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And Jason, the Wildcats coming off the overtime loss Saturday night against Washington, 50-43. Ball game where we were down by 2 and full court pressure, stole the ball. Giesler followed up a baseline jumper and hit that shot with about 9 seconds to go. Was fouled and missed the free throw, but and then we got another crack at it right there at the end of regulation after Washington wasn't able to get anything going, and we missed that jumper that Giesler had at the top of the key. But tough part about that game is the overtime period where we were outscored 9-2 and just couldn't quite pull it off.
Yeah, obviously the thing that killed us in the start of the overtime period, our first 2 possessions, we had 2 turnovers, and that led to 6 points for Washington on the other end. And from that point on, it was an uphill battle, and we were never able to overcome that.
Right. Yeah, and actually a ball game where Giesler led the Wildcats in scoring with 15 points. He had 11 of those in that fourth quarter. Mainers had 11. And the Wildcats right now against sectional foes, Washington being one of them, currently 0-4 against those teams.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is on all of them outside of maybe the Gibson Southern game, we were right there.
Right.
We competed in them, we battled in them, and obviously that's why you play the season, is to get better as the season goes on, and you just hope when it comes sectional time that you're playing your best basketball.
Right.
So if we can get to that point, I think that sectional's wide open. I mean, I don't think there's going to – I mean, obviously they're going to crown somebody as the favorite, but I think everybody in that thing's going to have a legitimate chance.
A real chance. Yeah, you're right. All right, we're taking on an Evansville North team, 5-6. They are 1-2 in the conference with their win against Mater Dei, but they've lost their last 2, and so they're going to be a good test for the Wildcats tonight as the Wildcats control the tip there. Starting 5 of Logan Day, Max Butel, 13, Jace Foy. And a drive out there by Foy doesn't go. Come down with the rebound is North. Also starting for the Wildcats, Braden Giesler, 35, and Jalen Mainers, number 51, as there's a shot up and in quickly there by the North Huskies for their first 2 points of the ball game. It's Bryson Chapman, who's their leading scorer, averaging 15.3 per ball game. North starts TJ Mitchell, number 3. Sabe Johnson is number 11. Chapman's 30. Kellen English is 33. And Lance Smith wears 0. As the shot doesn't go there for Mainers, battle for the rebound and gets knocked out of bounds. So North will take possession of the basketball. Yeah, this North team, last ball game against Bloomington North. Lost that game 63-56, and they struggled from the three-point line, just 3 of 22 in that ball game.
Yeah, watching them in warm-ups, they got a couple guys that look like they can shoot it, and obviously it's going to be one of those things whether they're hitting or not. I mean, to me, I got a 6'10" guy in the middle. I'm going in there and I'm getting him the ball as much as I can.
Right.
But I don't know what his capabilities are, but I'm sure it can't be that bad.
Yeah, he averages 9.5 per ball game, 6 rebounds, one of the leaders in the state with 3 blocks per ball game. So yeah, he takes advantage of that 6'10" frame, obviously on the defensive end.
But he's trying to guard Mainers too, and Mainers is going to definitely have some quickness and that, so we just have to utilize that.
All right, so here come the Huskies quickly the other way. Foy picks up Lance Smith, and he gives it back up top. TJ Mitchell with the basketball. He'll drive, gets to a spot, has to kick back out. 3-pointer on the way, does not go. And that's going to go off a Wildcat, so the Huskies will retain possession with a 2-point lead. 5:56 on the clock, just underway here.
Somebody's got to grab that. We had 2 guys fight for it. And doesn't look like they even look in there to him.
Now he sets a screen there, so screen and roll, and Mitchell picks up his dribble, feed over in the corner. There's going to be a drive. Shot up, does not go. Battle for the rebound. Gieser comes down with it. Cats looking for their first bucket. 2.5 minutes into the ball game. Trailing 2-0. Setting their offense. Feed down in the baseline is Gieser. He's going to go one-on-one. Then he interior pass into Mainers. Shot is blocked, so the first block of the ball game for the big man.
Mainer's little hook shot that he's pretty good at, is he's going to have trouble with that tonight because of the 6'10" and the big, long arm span.
Gets to a good spot on that shot right there is Mitchell, but then coming over the back is going to be a foul whistled on the Huskies.
So, you know, they called him on that. They called him for that foul, but he didn't. I mean, he went over his back, but he didn't touch anything.
Yeah.
You know,
being 6'10".
There's nothing that says you can't go over somebody's back if you don't touch him.
Right.
And he didn't there. But I'm sure he gets called for that a lot just because of his size.
The first personal foul whistled against English. Detailed dribbles to the lane and kicks back out. Foy's going to attack. Little bump there, no call. Kai Kuntz into the ball game for the Wildcats. As the ball gets knocked away, it's going to go off him. So both teams pretty well struggling to find their way as we're 3.5 minutes into the ball game. North 2, Jasper nothing. North averages 54 points per ball game against the Wildcats, who average 48. Screen set. Feed down on the post. That's Smith trying to make a move. Good job by Butel to disrupt that play. He got his hand on it and he called for the travel, so he forced that turnover with the defense.
North's got a lot of movement in their offense, but it doesn't seem like they do anything. I mean, they're moving. The guys are moving and the ball's moving, but they don't ever screen or get anybody open.
Caden Ernie has checked into the ball game for the first time. Foy gets the elbow, hands off. Giesler, stop and pop jumper. Does not go from about 18. North comes down with the boards, so Jasper's still scoreless in this basketball game. 3:42 on the clock here in the first. The only benefit with that is that North's only scored 2, so definitely in the ball game.
That's true.
All right, so right there we saw Smith lose the handle, but he was fouled on the play. So that's going to go on Jace Foy as a substitution for the Huskies. Number 23, that's Carson Cashmer.
Right now we got more turnovers in the game than we got points.
Feed inside, goes into Chapman. He can't get it, but they get the rebound. Cashmer gets his first shot of the ball game, doesn't go. And here we go the other way. Day with it, gives it back up top. Day feeds down to Gieser. Now a nice pass into Kuntz for an easy bucket. Finally the Wildcats get on the board.
That was nice interior passing. Got the ball into Giesler. Giesler turned and looked at the basket, guy in his way, and he made a nice pass to Kuntz.
Johnson gives it up top. Number 1 is checked in. That's St. Gore. Chapman hasn't really been able to get on track other than that first bucket he got early on.
Yeah, Giesler's drawn that assignment to guard him.
Johnson tried to feed it in.
I think he tried to throw a lob pass into English, and Kuntz was kind of blocking him out like it was a shot. Got called for the foul.
So second foul whistled on the Wildcats. Mainers comes back in, so Kuntz with some productivity there, scoring 2 points. The Wildcats only 2 so far on the ball. 2:34 to go. Tie ball game at 2. And Chapman had 19 points in his last outing in that loss against Bloomington North. Trying to feed down into English, but nothing there, but they come up with the basketball. 2:19 on the clock as a three-pointer is going to be short there for Johnson. So their three-point woes continue. As I mentioned, 3 of 22 the last time out. Giesler cannot get that one to go.
Giesler needs to follow his shot. The last 2 shots he shot come right back to him, but he was running down the court both times. He did a good job of that the other night at Washington.
Right, to get that shot before regulation. Rebound comes down to the Wildcats as they were trying to get English involved with the offense, but couldn't get that to go. 2-2 is our ball game. 2 points for each team.
First team to 10 might win.
I think so. Good job by Giesler to battle from behind. Blocks that shot by Gore. Day gives it up. Giesler up top now. Feed down to the post. Mainers had good position, but the pass was a little bit beyond his reach. English tried to do his own. I'm sorry, actually that was Chapman, but the Cats trying to go the other way, so both teams struggling to get something going with the breaks.
About all you can do is laugh because, I mean, it's not a thing of beauty tonight. 2-2 with 1 minute and 17 seconds left, and neither team can throw it in the ocean, basically.
Well, I'm not keeping track of the field goal percentages, but obviously not very good when both teams have only hit 1 shot so far.
Yeah, you're 1 for something.
English gets the easy rebound, goes back up, but can't get it to go, gets his own board and puts it back up and in. So
that's where you got to get a body on him. Now, it's tough when he's shooting that close, but you got to get a body on him and get him away from the goal as best you can.
So North putting a little bit of pressure on the Wildcats, bringing it up here. Ernie with it. Feeds it up top. There's a three-pointer by Day. Can't get the roll, and English comes down with the board with 34 seconds. North with a 2-point lead. So Johnson with 24 seconds. Ernie's got him as the assignment. Down to 16. Screen set, now drive baseline, cross-court pass is errant and goes out of bounds. So all that work just to throw the basketball away.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So both teams is really struggling offensively. But the Cats have a chance to tie or take the lead with 6 seconds. Ernie with it. Picks up his dribble, gives it over to Day, and now he loses the handle, but he actually was knocked away, so that will go off Chapman. Cats have just 1.4 for a catch and shoot. Got a man at the elbow, missed him, so we're just going to have a heave, and it won't go. And Jasper trails by 2, 4-2 after 1 here on 18 WJTS.
The year-end clearance event is on at Ubler & Sons in Jasper and Vincennes. Right now, get the best deal of the year on remaining 24 models in stock. Many to choose from at all 3 stores, like Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra, Buick Encore and Envision, and Toyota Tacoma and RAV4, all at year-end pricing. Remember, you never pay document fees at Ubler's, so you'll save even more. Don't miss the year-end clearance event, now at Ubler & Sons, where customers send their friends since 1929.
Well, Jason, I think one of the main things as far as what both these coaches want is a little bit better offensive production, but it's a ball game. It's just a 2-point ball game.
Well,
the problem is it's just 6 points on the board total.
That, if you said you're only down 2, after a quarter like that, you got to be
in the ball game.
I mean, obviously, like you said, the shooting percentage for either team is not very good.
Right. Chapman getting aggressive as he drives, but he kicks, and the three-pointer doesn't go. And checking into the ball game during that timeout was Q Pauly, number 5.
He just picked that foul up.
So a first personal foul of the quarter. Again, 5 fouls per quarter to get in the bonus. Giesler splits it. And now the Cats facing a zone defense here.
Yeah, we haven't faced many of those this year.
Yeah, Giesler tried to shoot from the elbow and just pretty well got it slapped right back at him. And they're going to call a jump ball, so Jasper will hang on to the possession here. So Day comes in quickly. Evansville North 4, Jasper 2. Second quarter action.
We've got coach is trying to find somebody that can create a spark for us.
Chapman actually took advantage because Giesler kind of a little lackadaisical with the basketball there. English battling against Mainers. Feeds to the corner. Shot fake, drive. Shot up, blocked away. Mainers got the block there. Cats on the break. Day pulls up from the elbow, doesn't go, I'm sorry, from the free throw line. So the Cats just cannot get any consistency offensively. You like to say it's a defensive battle, right?
Yeah, I don't buy that. The score's going to show that. Ooh, the big fella.
And he pops a three, so
wow.
Big man showing what they want in the NBA. They want their bigs to shoot from out.
Yeah.
And he pops a three-pointer. He's got 5 points. North now up 7-2, 5-point lead. Gieser with a nice drive, but he is hammered from behind. English didn't have very good position.
No, he'd have been better off letting him shoot it, let it get out of his hand, and then swat it. Anytime you try to block a shot like that, more times than not, you get called for the foul because you get him on the with the body.
Yeah, you were behind him too.
Yeah. As big and long as what he is, he can let the ball leave their hand and then swat it.
So English is going to have to sit. 6:11 on the clock. He's got a second personal foul as Tyler Musich has checked in.
That's good because he just hit that big three for him. So.
Right. So good job by Gieser to hit both free throws there. His first 2 points of the ball game. 7-4 is our score. Gieser's done a really nice job defensively against their leading scorer, Chapman. I'm going to say the ball hit the baseline there, so North will hang on. 3-point lead for the Huskies. Drive baseline, and Gieser picks it off. Mainers gets good position. Doesn't have English to contest against, so he takes advantage of his size and quickness and gets his first 2 points of the ball game. A little different being guarded by 6'1" Tyler Musich versus 6'11".
Yeah.
Mainers at 6'4". Musich will drive, kicks back out, sets a screen there. Jumper misses very long there, but Musich gets the rebound. Another opportunity for the North Huskies. His drive to the basket is Chapman. Can't hit the shot, but he is fouled. So Mainers picks up his first personal foul. So Chapman hits that first free throw. He's got 3 points. Again, averaging 15.3 per ball game. Also their leading rebounder at 7.6 rebounds per game. Chapman looking to make it a 3-point game, does. So he's got 4. North leads 9-6. 4:59 to go here in the first half. The Cats didn't face that zone very long.
No, I was just getting ready to say that they only played that zone defense one possession. I thought maybe they would switch to it here once the big guy went out, but.
Cross court, nice feed there by Gieser to set up Jay Spoy for that 3-point shot. He just threw a laser cross court there. So that ties the basketball game at 9. So both teams offensively starting to pick things up here in this basketball game. 4:20 on the clock. So Butel picks up the foul on that play. So coming back in, TJ Mitchell, number 3. Johnson feeds over to Chapman. Chapman steps behind the three-point line and drills it.
That was a tough play.
So now the three-pointers are starting to drop for the North Huskies. Second one of the quarter makes it a 12-9 game. Jasper trailing with 4 to go. Maynard's good position. Utilizes his body and quickness and gets his second bucket of the ball game. North with a 1-point lead. Gieser battles for that steal, can't quite get it, so Chapman recovers. So again, Gieser is all over Chapman. This time he actually falls down, no call. Chapman gets his second opportunity, now third opportunity, and he will draw the contact this time, and that foul's going to go on Foy.
Chapman's got to be getting frustrated because he can't buy a basket. I mean, he's getting decent looks, and it just won't go in for him.
All right, so he's going to have to earn it from the free throw line. He hit his first 2. And good stroke there. Levin's in the ball game. Second one goes, so he's 4 for 4. Three-point lead for the Huskies, 14-11, 3:19 on the clock. Ball gets knocked out of Levin's hands.
We got to use that. That's a mismatch with Mainers against Musage. Musage 6'1" and Mainers is 6'4" or whatever, but
and Musage is really trying to take away that passing angle. So now you got Johnson on him with a three-point shot. Drained right there by Day. So the Wildcats, 2 3-pointers in the quarter, tie the ball game at 14. Chapman battles to the lane, walks all over the place, and they call it. So Cats with an opportunity to take their first lead of the ball game here. Tied up at 14. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Both teams have picked it up offensively.
Now they're in a 1-2-2 zone. I don't know if they're going to trap out of it now.
Gieser gets it down into Mainers, but English has come back into the ball game. If we can get his third foul, and we do.
No, that's not English.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
That's
that was Chapman. I saw the 3.
Wishful thinking.
Yep. Chapman's got decent size at 6'5", but
I was surprised that they didn't have him on Mainers earlier, but he was guarding Giesler, so I mean Giesler and Mainers for Jasper, it, can be a tough matchup for teams because they both can score and they both are good basketball players. So.
Well, the 2 free throws give the Wildcats their first lead of the ball game, 16-14 with 2 minutes to go. Chapman will drive, splits, and now picks up his dribble. Looking for help. Johnson gets it. He'll drive, and Mainers got up in the air on that. If he held his ground, maybe could have drawn the charge.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
keep your feet.
Kids nowadays, you don't see a charge. You very rarely will see a charge because everybody wants to block the shot. They don't want to stand there and just take the punishment and get run over, but pick up a foul for your team and they just don't do it.
Johnson can't hit the free throw. He gets a second one coming up here as Kuntz checks in. Mainers will sit. That's a second foul on Mainers, so. Johnson pops the second. So 5 of North's 11 points have come from the foul line here in this quarter. Cats with a 1-point lead, 16-15. Drive there, ball gets knocked away, and he tried to throw it off, and Chapman had that ball in his hands.
Yeah, he didn't really have great control of it, but he could have reached out with the other one and grabbed it, but he tried to throw it off with
Geisler. Momentum was already going to the left there. So Ernie's going to check in with 1:45 to go here. Detail will sit. So Day, Kuntz, Ernie over there. Levin, and also as the ball gets knocked away, here comes the North Huskies. 1:33 on the clock, left all alone for a three-pointer, and it is drained right there. Number 31, Jackson Ficklin with his first bucket. So 3 three-pointers hit by North. Now they take a 2-point lead with 1:18 to go. Levin will drive, left-handed shot. Too strong, but Kuntz with a nice tip, so he's got 4.
I'm not sure if Kuntz tipped that in or Chapman tipped it in, but either way, we'll take the 2 points.
Kuntz gets credit. Geisler comes down with that rebound as they shot a three-pointer. Now there's Day, short on his three-point shot. 55 seconds to go, tie ball game, 18. And that one's launched. So both teams quick with the trigger inside of a minute. Geisler kind of out of control there, and the ball bounces right off his foot. So I'm not sure if we would have maybe.
Yeah, I don't know whose ball that would have been.
I know.
And I don't know. I would assume that's the first time it hit was his foot. It didn't hit somewhere else out of bounds, but.
All right, so I think the North Huskies going to be content holding it for one shot with 27 seconds to go. Johnson with it. Gives it up to Chapman with 13 seconds to go. Now he gives it up. Ficklin with it. He hit a three-pointer earlier.
I'm guessing Chapman's going to have the ball in his hands at the end of the quarter. Ooh.
Nice feed down low, but he loses control. Jasper with a chance here. Day launches one, won't go. So twice the Huskies had the basketball to end the quarters and weren't able to score. So right now it's a tie ball game after the second quarter. 18-18 is our score, Jason.
Well, scoring picked up in the second quarter. But, you know, I mean, it's one of those nights where you're fortunate. When I say Jasper's fortunate because they're not hitting. We're not hitting our shots.
Yeah.
But luckily they aren't either.
Right.
Because if we were shooting the way we're shooting tonight and they were hitting all theirs, they could be up 10, 12 points.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, if we weren't hitting and they were, they could be up, or we could be up if it was the other way around. So, you know, it's one of those nights, you know, these, you know, and I never did buy that, you know, well, it's a Tuesday night, it's school night. No, it's one game on your schedule.
Yep.
Granted, it wasn't supposed to be tonight, but it doesn't matter.
No.
You got to show up. You got to play the game.
Right.
You know, and I just feel like we, you know, both teams are just kind of lackadaisical. I mean, there's not much energy in the building.
Yeah.
The crowds, North doesn't probably have 50 people here.
Right.
You know, no cheerleaders, no student section.
No band.
No band. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's just, it's one of those nights, but still, you know, as a player or as a team, you have to somehow you got to motivate yourself.
That's it.
You know, and like I said, it's one of 22 games on the schedule or whatever it is. You know, you don't get this one back.
Nope.
So get out there and get after it. You know, I'm not saying that we're not hustling and playing fairly hard.
Right.
But, you know, you got to find something to kick up the energy. Geisler has tried a couple of times with diving plays. And, you know, those are the kind of things that not only get you going as a player, but your teammates see it. Now all of a sudden that creates a little energy on them. and hopefully you can build off of that.
Right.
But I don't know.
Well, I think it's just one of those things in that second quarter. Both teams picked up the action and were a little bit more aggressive with their offense. But, Jasper scored 16, North scored 14. So both of them actually were starting to hit some three-pointers as well. North hit 3 3-pointers, and the Wildcats hit a couple. But, it's just one of those games where it's like anybody's ball game. So we'll make some adjustments here at halftime and see what happens.
Yep.
All right, so 18-18, halftime score. We'll take a break here on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
We're at halftime here at Jasper High School. The Wildcats taking on conference foe Evansville North. Tie ball game after first half action at 18. Take a look at the scoring here. First for the North Huskies. Half of their points came from Bryson Chapman. 9 points for him, 5 points for Kellen English, but he sat a good part of that second quarter with 2, picking up his early second foul. 1 point for Save Johnson, and Jackson Ficklin hit a 3. For the Wildcats, 4 different players have scored, led by Jalen Mainers. 6 points for him. 3-pointer hit by Day and also by Foy. 2 free throws from Giesler, and 4 points off the bench from Kai Kuntz. And I would say as far as the Wildcat offense, you got to get Braden Giesler involved. One of the Wildcats' leading scorers, and he does not have a field goal yet in this basketball game, Jason.
Yeah, you're right. But I feel like he's putting forth the effort. You know, he's doing other things. Maybe he's not scoring, but he's a leader out there. You know, he's battling. I stole some stats from Coach Gobert there at halftime.
There you go.
Jasper shot 30% in the first half, 4 of 13 from twos, 2 of 7 from the arc. North was 21%, 3 of 9 from three-point.
Giesler attacks the basket right there and gets his first bucket of the ball game.
See, and that's a hustle play. And that's what Giesler's good at. You know, I mean, he makes up for maybe the lack of some basketball ability, but he plays hard.
Lance Smith was able to get to the lane and get his first bucket of the ball game. So we're tied at 20.
That's just not a very
And he just
good
threw it
pass.
right behind him, so an easy steal there for Mitchell. Johnson picks up his dribble right there at the elbow, looking for help, gives it back up top. Smith back over to Johnson. A little over a minute into the quarter. Both teams have scored a bucket so far. Chapman with it. Oh, I'm sorry, English. I'm getting those two mixed up. English back in the ball game after his 2 fouls in the first half. Ball gets knocked away, but
I thought that went off of a North player there, but the official had a little better view than I did, so I'll give him the benefit.
so Mainers was able to take advantage for a couple of buckets in the second quarter while English was on the bench. A 3-pointer doesn't go, but English gets a long board. Johnson works off that screen, pulls up from the elbow, and gets the roll. Three points for Johnson. North with a 2-point lead. Johnson right in the face of Butel and knocks it away. Cats will hang on here. So Butel was pretty well stuck over in that corner. Nobody really came to help. But Johnson really didn't allow him to kind of get things going with the Wildcat offense on that possession there. Butel looking for Mainers. Now there's the matchup. Mainers doesn't back down from the big guy and draws the contact. So that's the third foul on English. So this has been a difficult assignment for English because Mainer's being 6'4", but he's got a lot of quickness, Jason.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and that's the thing that Mainer's is smart enough to realize that he can, he's got the size. English has got the size on him, but he's got the quickness, and that's what he's been able to utilize.
So Mainers pops the free throw.
This is a game that we've been talking about all year. We've got to figure out a way to win this game.
Right.
We're right here. We're in this game. So there's another hustle play by Giesler.
And he puts it up and in. So those are the type of plays you need to make to win ball games like this. Giesler's now got a second bucket. 1 point lead for Jasper. Johnson just lobs it there.
I'm not sure if that was a shot or a pass. Or what it was.
It was indecisive, I think, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Cats with a 1 point lead. 2.5 into the quarter. Mainers was pretty well stationary there, and he tried to lead him with the pass, just goes straight out of bounds. A little miscommunication.
Yeah, Butel was trying to lead him to the basket, but I think Mainers had his body into English and couldn't regain his momentum and go to get the pass.
Right. All right, so North looking to get the lead back, trailing by 1. Smith drives one-on-one against Foy, and Foy fouls him, and he gets the bucket. So Smith getting a little aggressive with his offense. That's his second bucket of the ball game. Both come in here early on in this quarter.
It's 3 on Foy.
Yeah, so Foy's going to have to sit. Levin comes in. So North hitting their free throws tonight.
They're in a 2-2-1 full court press. Probably just kind of a token.
Yeah, they showed that briefly in the first quarter, actually.
Yeah, a couple times they set up in it.
Coaching matchup of Jason Roach against John Gable tonight. Roach is in his 8th year at North.
Now they're in the 2-3 zone. They're kind of doing that probably to try to protect the big man inside.
Today can't get the three-pointer to go, but Giesler battles, gets the rebound, gets another one, and English blocks the shot there, and that's going to be the 4th foul on English. So Giesler battled hard there, but Mainer's actually on his rebound and shot attempt, draws the contact. So 4 fouls on Kellen English.
Yeah, he's going to be done until the 4th quarter now.
Mainer's missed his last 2 foul shots, though. So English will sit.
It'll be interesting to see what North does now on defense, whether they'll try to stay in that zone or whether they'll go back to a man-to-man.
So 3 straight free throws missed, but the Cats come with the rebound. Butel gives it up. Nice feeding to Levin. Shot up and in. So Cats got aggressive with that rebound and a quick basket, and we got a timeout. So we are tied at 25, 4:38 to go here in the third on 18 WJTS.
Ubelar Chevy in Jasper, Indiana is your headquarters for new half-ton Silverados. And we've got them in stock. Choose from LTs, RSTs, Trail Bosses, and even High Countries. All in stock now. If we don't have the truck you're looking for, we can get it for you. The Chevy Silverado has a heritage and a history like no other truck, and now is a great time to buy one. Find your Silverado at Ubelar Chevy in Jasper. Online at ubelargm.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Is in the front line, Kellen English with 4 personal fouls. Did not play much of the second quarter and got 2 quick ones here in the third. So Mainers has been able to take advantage of it, Jason.
Yeah, and I think it's more of an advantage on our offensive end than it is because he's not a real offensive threat when he's down there. But, obviously, he's probably got 3 or 4 blocks tonight already. So obviously when you can get him out of the game, it opens up the middle a little bit more.
All right, so Ernie is checked into the ball game, brings it up. Levin, he's found his offense, but that was a nice block there by Chapman. So the Cats will hang on. 2:48 on the clock, 4-point lead for Jasper. Good position there by Mainers, and Johnson can only foul him. So otherwise he had a real easy bucket. So North has picked up 3 fouls. 2 away from the bonus with 2:47 on the clock here. And then Day, Ernie. Cats just need to show some patience on this possession.
Yeah, they don't need to get in a hurry. Work the ball, get a good look.
Day has really been looking for a shot tonight, but he drives to the lane. A beautiful kiss off the glass. Logan Day, 5 points for him now. 6-point lead for the Jasper Wildcats.
That's got to be the biggest lead of the night, I would think.
Definitely is.
By either team.
31-25. Gore drives to the lane, nothing there. Johnson with it. He'll back up. Cats have done a really good job defensively against the guards, I felt like, tonight. And Gieser steps in front of that pass. He's going to go one-on-one battle. Strong move. Can't get the roll, but an outstanding job as far as his body position to draw the foul. So Cashmer's going to pick up this one. That's the 4th on North. So Jasper just has to hit free throws. Mainers just 1 of 4 in this quarter. Gieser 2 of 2 in the ball game will get his opportunity.
I unofficially got North for 12 turnovers, 5 in this quarter already.
And I think Jasper's defense has forced a lot of that. Gieser misses that free throws. The Cats have missed 4 free throws in a row here in the quarter.
Yeah, and that's unlike Jasper teams. Coach Gable's teams usually are good free throw shooting teams.
Yeah. So Braden gets another chance. Long on that one. Kuntz, luckily he didn't call for a foul, but a good job by Gieser to keep it alive. Cats with new life here in this possession. Good job by Ernie, but can't get it to go. Battle. Butel comes down again. Kuntz, and that's going to be a reach on Cashmer. So that's 5 fouls now on North, so it's going to be free throws. Kind of rare to see even in like any of the inside quarters other than the 4th for teams to get to the bonus.
Yeah, especially with a minute and a half left in the quarter. North's inside defense and their interior defense isn't very, very good. Where they don't do a very good job of blocking out, but Giesler's hustle again is what, he'd not necessarily get a rebound, but he bats the ball around and keeps things alive.
So Kuntz put the Wildcats up now by 8. 2 free throws there. Minute 25 to go, 23-25. Jasper leads North. Chapman steps back for a 3. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Coming down with it is Q Pauly, but Jasper fouls him. Just a 2nd foul on the Wildcats. Kuntz is picking up this one.
I mean, you look at North scoring. Chapman averages 15 and English 9. Chapman's not scoring very well tonight. English is in foul trouble. So they don't have a lot of firepower, I don't think, outside of those 2 guys.
Right.
And it's showing.
Yeah, because Gore actually averages about 7, Cashmer 6, but. All right, so that foul's on Giesler. Chapman will step up. He's been perfect tonight from the line, gets the roll. So he's now in double digits, but it's taken a while for him to get to that particular point. Giesler's going to sit for the last minute of the quarter, it looks like. So 2 free throws go for Chapman. Tough pressure for the Wildcats. There's a battle, no foul, no call, and North gets possession of the basketball and calls a timeout. So we'll take a break here. 33-27. Jasper leads with 59 seconds left in the third on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelard, Ubelard Toyota in Jasper. Truck lovers know the Toyota Tundra for its legendary strength and reliability. The new Tundras are long on comfort, technology, and safety too. Right now, we've got plenty of new Tundras in stock with options for every purpose and budget. Loaded with features to help you get things done. We have flexible financing and lease options as well. Find your new Tundra today at Ubelard Toyota in Jasper, where customers send their friends for hardworking trucks since 1929.
All right, so North's going to inbound here after the timeout and the steal. Sure, with 57 seconds, based on what we've seen, they're going to stay aggressive with their offense. Chapman always looking for a shot, gives it up. 10 is checked in for the ball game for the first time. That is Greg Pyderek. And gets good position, puts that shot up and in.
See, I think
actually Tickling.
That was. I thought Chapman scored it, but I was just going to say I think they're going to look for him to do more, especially now because Giesler's out of the game. Ernie was guarding him that time, and he's got quite a bit of size on Ernie.
Well, they've chipped back into it. It's a 4-point game right now. Jasper is up by 8 just a little bit ago. Levin with an up and under, and doesn't go though. Kuntz, he'll go to the line. So the Cats are getting those offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's what I said. We've done a good job of that tonight. Whether it's, I think it's a combination of us, our hustle, and North's lack of ability to block out inside.
Kuntz looking sharp from the free throw line. Jasper had missed 5 straight before Kuntz hits 3 in a row here. These points coming with 0.6 seconds left. So good job by Kuntz. He's having a ball game tonight with 8.
Yeah, that might be a career high for him.
No kidding. All right, so North just enough time to kind of chuck it up there, and they're actually going to call a foul, but they're going to say, and all it is just adding a foul, but it's just the 4th foul, so no free throws there. So, all right, so we'll take a break here. Going into the 4th quarter, Jasper with a 6-point lead, 35-29 here on 18 WJTS.
Have an extra car you don't need, but don't want the hassle of selling it? Or maybe you're ready to get out of your lease early. Either way, Ubelard Chevy Cadillac in Jasper has you covered. We want to buy your car. All makes and models. We'll even handle the payoff with your bank. How does it work? We appraise your vehicle and give you a check. It's that easy. We'll even come to your location. Call or text 812-639-2186 for more details. Ubelard Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends since 1929.
All right, so the Huskies will have the ball to start the 4th quarter, trailing by 6. Chapman picked up there by Mainers. A quick, easy drive to the basket there. And that goes for number 10, Pyderek. (35-31), 4-point game. Day feeds down into Mainers. Mainers, this time blocked by English, but Mainers gets it back and puts it up. Nice touch there. So Mainers with 11 points. 6-point lead for the Wildcats, 37-31. Chapman really struggled to even get good looks, and he misses that one. North comes down with the rebound. Pyderek doesn't go.
Foy's going to pick that foul up, I think. That's going to be number 4 on him.
I'm going to change my pronunciation for Petrick, I think is how that's pronounced for number 10.
I'm glad you have to figure
You trust
that
me?
out. I can't dispute it.
Petrick right there, and he gets another one. So he's been aggressive with his play. He's got 2 buckets here in the fourth quarter. 37-33. Jasper still leads. 6:25 on the clock. Here's Giesler against Chapman. It's pretty well been a game of one-on-one between those two all night. Nice move. Chase Foy gets the bucket. 39-33, 2 minutes into the fourth. Chapman against Giesler again. Feedback up top, 3-point shot. Misses horribly right there by Pauly. I don't think that's supposed to be a part of the offense.
Yeah.
Giesler gives it up. Oh, and the ball. Actually, English got a hand on it.
That's the second time tonight that's happened.
Yeah, I know.
First time I've seen it all year, and happens twice in one game.
So I would give credit to English for a block shot on that play.
Yeah, I don't know how many he's got, but he's got
At least 5
probably
or 6
half a
maybe.
dozen,
Yeah.
probably.
6-point lead for the Cats as they work their offense. Petrick on Vitel. Day backs off. Levin's had a night.
Take it at him. That's where you just got to let.
Mainers got really good position. Drew the defender up in the air, goes to the other side and puts it up and in. So Mainers, 2 buckets for him in the quarter. Jasper now back up by 8. The biggest lead of the ball game. Chapman, really been a struggle for him. Levin doing a nice job on him right now as now Giesler helps out. Knocks the ball away, falls to the floor.
Timeout.
And they give North the timeout. Jasper 41, North 33 when we come back with 4:57 to go here in the fourth quarter on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelard, Ubelard Toyota in Jasper. Toyota announces a new certified used vehicle program. Now vehicles up to 10 years old with 125,000 miles are silver certified. Cars up to 6 years old with 85,000 miles are gold certified. That means more great certified Toyotas for you to choose from. All with additional factory warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and a stringent multi-point quality inspection, like usual. Ask about a gold or silver certified used Toyota from Ubelard Toyota in Jasper today.
41-33, Jason Stamm, Craig Schneider, Jeremy Marcos bringing the action here on 18 WJTS. And right now, Jason, the Wildcats are in a good position to pull off a win here. Just need to finish out these last 5 minutes.
Yeah, you know, we're in a good position, but, you know, we have to learn how to win games like this.
Right.
And this is one, we can't let this one get away.
I think the defense has been outstanding for the Wildcats in this one because North has just not been able to get in a good offensive flow. There's English coming down with the rebound. He can't get it back up and in. So, again, it's been a struggle for him all night, both offensively. He's doing the job getting some block shots, but his foul trouble has been an issue, obviously, all night. So they got to ride him out here in this fourth quarter, trailing by 8. But, yeah, I just think Jasper's done an outstanding job defensively overall.
Yeah, they have.
So inbound goes into Chapman in the backcourt. 4:28 on the clock as Chapman steps back. Three-pointer on the way, and this time it goes.
We can't let that happen. I mean, all they're doing is setting a high ball screen for him. The guy that's setting the screen has got to hinge off of that and give Giesler some help on him.
John Gable didn't like what he saw right there, calls the timeout. So that three-pointer makes it a 5-point game now, 41-36 with 4:10 on the clock here on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a Good Time Gold Saturday morning. Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
All right, so the Cats will inbound after the timeout there. 5-point lead.
That was a good timeout by Coach Gable there, I think, just to kind of settle them down, make sure they're on the same page on offense. What are we going to try to do? I'm sure he told them patient, inside, get the ball inside. Otherwise, we don't need to shoot from outside. We just need to get the ball into Giesler and Mainers inside and see what happens. But you can't get in that trap.
Good job by Mainers with the shot fake.
So there's
goes up for an easy bucket.
There's the quickness. I mean, he didn't even have to shot fake. I mean, it was just as soon as he took off, he was around him and he didn't have a shot.
So 3 buckets for Mainers here in the quarter. Lead is now 7. Long three-pointer way short, but coming down with the rebound. English going after it. Ball gets knocked away, but off the Wildcats. So here comes Chapman one-on-one against Giesler. Picks up his dribble. He gets it down low, 1-on-1. And they're going to call the offensive foul on a hook, it looks like.
Yeah.
So good job defensively by Giesler there. So it's just been a frustrating night for their leading scorer, Bryson Chapman. He's got 14, but they have not been easy.
Yeah, I think Chapman would be if he had somebody to go with him.
I'll tell you what, Mainers is just feeling it tonight. That is his 4th bucket of the quarter.
Well, English went out of the game, so that little hook shot, he knew it, and the little hook shot was going to work.
Jasper now with a 9-point lead, 45-36, 2:41 to go.
We don't want to foul here because we don't want to get them into the bonus.
Yeah, that's our 3rd.
That's our 3rd, so we've got 1 left. After that, they're in the bonus.
3-point shot attempt, and that's the 2nd time we've seen Cashmere try it, but he misses. North hangs on to it. Chapman gives it up. Johnson will drive, and that's going to be a foul. Kind of took the feet out of Johnson as he was trying to get around Mainers there. That's his 4th, though. So that's a tough one right there with 2:25 to go because he's been our offense.
Yeah, but Oak Coots is coming in, and he's had a very good game tonight.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, so the Cats with the 9-point lead as North inbounds. Chapman drives, stops, and he draws the contact and will shoot 2.
So we just said that. Now within less than probably 30 seconds, we picked up 2 fouls, and now they're in the 2-shot bonus.
Right.
And that's the only way they're going to catch up is if they shoot free throws, score points with the clock stopped.
And they've been good from the line tonight. Just 1 miss.
Is that
That's Chapman. He's been perfect.
I thought you were trying the announcer's jinx there. Mainers come back in. He didn't sit long, which I think that's a good move. I mean,
well, you bring him in on the offensive side.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to see a little bit of that platooning going on. So Chapman's outstanding from the line. He is 8 for 8 tonight. So trims it down to a 7-point ball game, 45-38, 2:14 on the clock. Jasper leads. Looking to close out for a big conference win. And nice job there as far as Mainers getting good position. So that's just the 2nd foul on North, 3rd on Chapman. Giesler feeds it out to Butel. Ball gets knocked away. Battle. Giesler, can he come down with it? Chapman's on the floor with it, and they give the timeout to North. So 1:57 on the clock. 45-38. We'll take a break here on 18 WJTS.
103.3 The Fix is Southern Indiana's go-to radio station for must-have music hits.
I love your music.
From the All-American Rejects to Lizzo, we've got you covered.
Dude, I listen all the time.
Did we mention we also have local news, sports, and Pacers basketball?
Wow.
Your music fix, your sports fix, your fix for it all.
Oh my God, I won!
Tune in to 103.3 and get your fix today.
Today's must-have music all day.
All right, we're inside of 2, Jason.
Take care of the basketball, hit your free throws, and you should be putting one in the win column.
Right now, you got to play defense. Cats have done a really good job with that all night tonight. So English, no, actually that wasn't English, that was Cashmer. He's been trying to be aggressive with his offense, but hasn't hit a shot here in this quarter. He's missed like 4 of them, I believe. So we're at the minute-and-a-half point, and we throw it away. So Cashmer now.
That's just not a very good pass.
Cashmer, we are so lucky he just can't shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
He has missed 4.
He's had opportunity after opportunity. And just...
All right, so Mainers is going to check back in here since the Wildcats have the offensive possession now. 7-point lead for the Cats with $1:18 to go. North counters with bringing in Petrick back in.
I don't know why they don't have English back in other than, I mean, I guess because they need quickness on defense. And
yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't have that.
Well, Mainers has it up there. Johnson's on him. There's Giesler. They're attacking him, and they actually, John Gable calls the timeout.
That was about the perfect timing because it looked like the guy was coming from the back for the steal.
Yeah, in that situation right there, again, it's just we got to handle the basketball. North was really aggressive with their defense, so the Cats had a little bit of trouble there, but at least still have the ball in their hands right now with the 7-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 7-point lead, 1:07 to go, 3 timeouts. You just got to take care of the basketball, and you know, you should be able to rack this one up in the win column. But you know, it wasn't a pretty game, but at this point in the season, with the way that everything's been going, you're going to take any victory you can get.
Right.
No matter how ugly, how whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't know what the final shooting totals were, but I got a feeling neither team shot the ball exceptionally well. I think Jasper got a lot better in the second half, but North didn't.
The key for the Wildcats just to close this out, and that will help. Can't get the shot to go, though.
Yeah, you got to finish that. Finish it or don't shoot it.
Chapman short on his 3-point shot. He has struggled from the field all night. All right, so actually it's Jasper basketball. Went off on North there. So now we're 49 seconds, 7-point lead. Just get the inbounds, get it up. Hit your free throws if fouled, but they still have 2 fouls to give. So Johnson attacks that, but it goes off his foot, so Jasper will hang on. So Cats were able to trim another 11 seconds or so off the clock there. 45-38. Don't need to score anymore. Just need to hang on to the ball. But it's going to have to be foul time pretty soon for North unless they're just giving up.
I think they just.
There we go.
That's what don't make sense. You know, other than I get it, you're going for a steal, but they're not even in the bonus yet.
Yeah.
You know, that was only the 4th foul, so it's like, yeah, I don't know.
All right, so now it's a quick foul there. So Giesler's going to step to the line. So 2 of 4 from the foul line tonight. These will be the first 2 foul shots coming here in this 4th quarter that the Cats have shot. In the 3rd quarter, struggled for a while there. We're just 1 of 6 for a while, and then Kuntz hit 4 straight, but Giesler hits a big one there to, I would say, an 8-point lead is going to seal it with 31 seconds to go.
Well, yeah.
If you're talking about 3 possessions.
If it don't, Coach Gable's liable to have the big one, because to go through the season that he's went through and then to be in this position.
All right, so North attacks. Doesn't really matter, but take the shot, put that up and in. So Gore will get credit for that one. 16 seconds. Ball gets knocked away, but Jasper will hang on. So North's playing until the buzzer, so you got to give them credit for their aggressiveness.
They are. They're battling. They're fighting, you know.
It's a 6-point game right now. Boyd, they actually foul him with 8.9 to go, so. Jace Foy hits the free throw there. The Cats 2 of 3 in the quarter. 7-point lead. And Foy pops that one. Just let him go down and score and finish this ball game. Actually, North calls the timeout.
Yeah.
All right, with 4.5, I guess they're expecting an absolute miracle at this point.
Yeah, and you know, obviously that's what it would take. They don't. They're on Central Time, so it's not as late. It's only 8:30 down there. So
yeah, that's true.
It's 9:30 here. Us old people got to get home and get to bed so we can go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so 6-point lead for the Cats, 4.5. We're just waiting for the final outcome. Hopefully North doesn't foul, but again, if
I would
call
put
a timeout there.
If this was me, I would put everybody on that end of the floor. They'd all go flying down to the Jasper end, chuck it down there, and in 4.5 seconds, you're not going to score 6 points with the ball on the opposite end of the floor.
Right, because the only thing North's wanting to do is just get a quick
the only thing they can,
bucket.
Yeah, the only thing they can do is try to foul even before.
Yeah.
I mean,
they bring English in to defend the inbound.
You almost have to foul before you even let them throw it in.
Geeser can move along the baseline, and they actually commit the foul. Wow. I guess he was going for the steal.
Yeah, he kind of, I mean, it wasn't.
All right, so this would just be a final margin and an opportunity for Foy to add to his tally. He's got 8 points. Check at 7. He hit a 3-pointer. He hits that one. So he hits this. The Wildcats will finish with 50 points, and that's actually pretty impressive considering that, well, we missed that. Considering they only scored 2 points in the whole first quarter. And Gore
banked it in.
And I guess that was a 3.
Oh, yeah.
So makes that final margin. Jasper wins 49-45. So I would say a tough battle. There's a lot of physicality out there, Jason. But, yeah, Jasper, I think, especially in that fourth quarter, Jalen Mainers just took advantage of his opportunities, had 4 quick buckets there to kind of allow us to extend the lead and hold on till the end.
Yeah, and I think, you know, obviously one of the bigger things was the big fella getting in foul trouble on the defensive end, on our offensive end. You know, that was obviously a big help because, you know, like we said, he probably had at least half a dozen blocks.
Yeah.
So
with not much playing time, actually.
No, not really. I mean, he had to sit out all other than the first quarter. I think maybe he even went out in the first quarter. But either or, you know, like we talked earlier, this was just a game that we needed to win.
Oh, yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, that's just stating the obvious, you know, with struggling the way we have been and being in some games late and not being able to finish it. here we had a 6-point lead going into the fourth quarter, and we maintained it. Both teams scored 16 points in the fourth quarter, so we maintained our 6-point lead. And obviously that's what this team needed. I don't think Coach Gable will have much negativity to say over it, even though it wasn't a very cleanly played game. I mean, I had us for 9 turnovers, which isn't that bad, but I think he's just to get off of that, I don't even know what it was, 8-game losing streak, whatever it was.
8 games.
To get off of that, whatever you got to do, however you got to do it, is a big plus. So I think, moving forward, they'll enjoy it. They'll go back to work tomorrow. They got practice Wednesday and Thursday, and then Forest Park comes to town on Friday night. And the Rangers are 10-2. They're having a nice season.
Yeah.
So I think that's homecoming also.
Yeah.
It'll be a battle. Anytime you have county schools playing each other, it doesn't matter. You can throw records out the window. That doesn't mean anything. So I think, Friday night's going to will be a test for us. And it'll be a good game to come back from this game to come back for that one.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to play well, and we're going to have to shoot the ball a little better than what we did tonight. But I thought our effort tonight was, for the most part, was really good.
Yes.
And to me, that's established by Braden Giesler.
Oh, no doubt about it.
He's out there and he's busting his tail, and the other guys see that and they feed off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Braden may not be a leader by a vocal leader, but other guys watch how he acts and how he reacts and does all that stuff, and I think that's what the big thing is those other guys see that, and man, they don't want to let him get ahead of them, so they do the same.
Well, and the thing is with Giesler's activity on the floor, you look at it as far as the numbers for Bryson Chapman. I mean, he finishes with 16 points. He only scored 3 field goals out of those 16. And I'll tell you what, that was the toughest 16 points I bet he ever scored because of the Giesler's defense.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, Giesler's our go-to defensive man. Every year Jasper is notorious for having a defensive player, that is going to guard the opposing team's best player for the most part. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times whoever that player is, his offense gets sacrificed a little bit.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what Giesler was kind of in the first half. He didn't score. I don't think he had a point in the first half, or maybe 1 or 2. But, I think that was, he's concentrating on playing defense and hustling and doing the little things that helps the team.
Yep.
And, whatever points you get out of those guys is just a bonus.
Right. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break here. When we come back, hopefully we'll be talking more to the coaches here and give you a little post-game action. So take a break right here. Cats win it 49-45 here on 18 WJTS.
Local people watching local people. 18 WJTS TV has been your reliable source for local news, weather, sports, and events for 30 years. Since 1993, WJTS has been serving DuBois County and all surrounding counties with free televised programming, daily newscasts, local sports games, WJTS Inform, and more. We are 18 WJTS, local people watching local people.
All right, we're back once again here at Jasper High School. The Wildcats with a much-needed 49-45 win, and we got Andy Knoblet to talk about it. Andy, I just first of all want to talk about the energy that the Wildcats displayed on the floor, particularly with Braden Giesler, and I felt like that he was a leader on the floor in that regard, and everybody else just kind of filled in along with it.
Yeah, I thought Braden came out after halftime on a mission, and that was to play great defensively, but also to get a lot of rebounds. I think he's kind of getting back into game shape. You probably, if those of you that have been watching, he didn't get to do very much for about 4 weeks. So he's been breathing heavy on the floor, and we've been trying to give him more breaks. But tonight, just looked a lot more comfortable in playing basketball, and again, getting back in the flow of gameplay, because really he couldn't do anything when he was hurt.
Right. Well, what's this do to the team as far as their psyche? They finally get a win. You know, it's been a tough season coming into the ball game tonight. So just tell me what this means.
Well, I think the team, I think maybe we haven't had a lead very often to where tonight it seemed that we kind of had to coach a little more down the stretch because we haven't had a lead with things that we want to do and take care of the basketball and things like that. But mentally, I think, a little bit of relief. You can kind of feel that in the locker room, but also knowing who you can count on. Last year, guys kind of knew that Will Wallace would lead us, and we're still trying to find those people. Will's kind of our tough guy, the guy that was always instigating inside, whether it's be offensively or defensively, and then bringing Griffin back. Also kind of gave us that solid presence, and our seniors had played a lot, and some of our seniors have been in and out of the lineup. Some guys are hurt and things like that. So I think the confidence of knowing how to win those games is something that we need to learn, and we just haven't had the opportunity because we really don't get on any bursts of 8 or 10-0 runs.
Right.
Like we're always playing even.
Right.
We score, they score, or they score, then we score, and everything's kind of close. And tonight you could feel it. We went on a run, and once we got on the run, there was just a little bit more of purpose.
Right.
I think that would probably be my big thing today.
Yeah.
We saw guys doing what they do well and not trying to do things they're not good at.
Right.
So making sure they start to understand their roles. Hey, this is what we need to do in this situation. This is the person that needs to be in charge in that situation.
Yeah.
And I thought we did a good job of getting English in foul trouble. That guy is huge now. He was skinny and weak, I think, last year, and now this year he's really filled out, put on some muscle. I thought we did a good job of keeping him under control and then also getting him in foul trouble so we didn't have to play with him all 32 minutes.
Well, and I think a really key with that is really the offensive play by Mainers tonight, because he got in really good positions that really frustrated English, and he was committing those fouls. And then once he went out of the ball game, boy, he just really took advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think did a good job of being able to choose personnel in certain areas to make sure that ball would get in there to him. We've had some difficulty feeding the post, not a willingness to do it, just not doing it very well.
Right.
And so focusing on those kind of things, being tougher with the ball. Oftentimes teams were trying to get up in us and backing us up where we weren't facing the basket. So we did a couple of things this week already that trying to encourage our guys to face the basket and want to make the pass, and then getting the right personnel in there that are able to do that. Still figuring that out here just about halfway in the season.
Yeah. Well, we got a 3-game run coming up here as far as home games. Win tonight, 2 more this weekend. So
more good teams to play, and again, that's going to prepare these guys. Some of them that have never been out there before against some of these teams is definitely going to prepare us for our tournament. We know we're going to have good physical teams, maybe not teams that want to run up and down the court, and we're going to have to play in those types of games. We're going to have the poise and the confidence to do it well. And if we continue to press, guys keep figuring out their roles, I see improvement within the team for sure. Maybe 10, 12 points, and that would go huge for every game that we've played this year. If we get a 10 or 12-point swing, again, maybe 3 possessions better defensively and 3 possessions better offensively, that changes the game.
Right. Well, you're only as good as your last game, so this is a good start, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun, and again, our kids are continuing to listen and to develop what it's going to take to win, and that's what we need, and we're doing that at practice. We see some guys taking steps forward when it comes to our competitive play at practice. Oftentimes, younger guys that haven't been in the mix are continuing to give that kind of effort, and when we get everybody trying to make those efforts, it raises some of them that have already been there before.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I got to step it up too, because there's some younger guys that are making some plays at practice, and I got to do my part at practice. I want to keep my spot, so that's something that's always encouraging.
Absolutely. All right, well, we'll let you get back to grading those chemistry papers.
Yeah, I got plenty to do tonight, so it's going to be a lot more fun grading those with a win than it would be if we hadn't played as well as we did tonight.
All right. Well, congratulations, but you got to get back to work tomorrow.
Absolutely. Get right at it.
All right. Well, thanks, Sandy. We appreciate it. And the Wildcats with a Great win tonight, 49-45, just their second win on the season. And take a look at the scoring here for the Wildcats. Jalen Mainers led the Wildcats with 17 points. Jace Foy had 8. Gieser had 7. And off the bench, Kai Kuntz, outstanding ball game for him with 8 points. And Logan Day had 5, and Jack Levin had 4. And the Wildcats did an outstanding job, for the most part, keeping North in check. Bryson Chapman did get a 16, but nobody else was in double figures. So for the Wildcats, they will play Friday night. They got 2 games this weekend, both home games. So if nothing else to do, come out and watch the Wildcats play this weekend. Forest Park Friday night, Evansville Harrison on Saturday. So 2 good battles there. So the Wildcats improved to 2-9 on the season now. North falls to 5-7. So for Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video, my name is Craig Schneider. The Wildcats win it 49-45 here on 18 WJTS. Good night.